Hi, everybody. I am going to do the best I can to just connect with you. We've had quite a few glitches through the cyberspace opportunities, and I'm going to give you all a few minutes to get back connected again since we have to do these in separate live videos. So, isn't it a beautiful morning? I had a tremendous meditation this morning on my porch, and I'm going to be sharing that with you at the end of my talk. So it looks like you guys are slowly getting back in with us. Hello, everybody. Oh, I don't know if any of you saw Pope Francis' live video on Friday where he gave a world blessing. But I'm going to be talking about that today. So for right now, I'm going to go into prayer and just join me. Father, Mother God, great Spirit of this universe, we thank you for another day together. We thank you for life. We thank you for love. We thank you for kindness and compassion that's showing up in such a big way in our world. We affirm health for everyone that is connected here with us right now at this moment. And we also affirm health for our entire human population. We live in a mental world, God, and we know that through the power of our mental thoughts, we can shift. That we are being called to our faith now more than ever. And we just feel that presence of God surrounding us, and that light of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us wherever we are right now. At this moment in time, we know that God is always there and all is well. And we will end with this prayer as well, but we are starting with it and claiming it and affirming it. God is everywhere present, all-knowing, all-powerful, and we are connected to that source. So that makes us all-knowing, all-powerful when we can access the presence of God. As we stay in prayerful consciousness, affirming for unity of Garden Park, that unity of Garden Park is a radiating center of divine love and light, mighty to attract our good and to radiate good to others. Claim this, people. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And so it is. Amen. Well, it's really good to connect with you. I'm just seeing all these little hearts and bubbles going up on the side here, and it's beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, God, for this connection working so I can see all of you through the ethers and feel your energy. And I do feel your energy. I feel it every day. You all are giving me strength. I hope you realize that. You are giving me the strength. This village that we have created called Unity of Garden Park Spiritual Community is a village, and we are doing amazing things. And I just send you lots of love today through my eyes. I hope you can see the love that is coming through to you right now. With that, I want to continue telling you about Pope Francis and how he has inspired me since I watched his talk on Friday when he gave the world blessing. And he talked about, yes, I'm bringing my children's Bible to the talk today. And it is coming from Mark 4, which is what Saint Francis, oh, I've already made him a saint. He is in my eyes, let me tell you. But then again, so are all of you. I hope you will claim that. true? Well, he talked about in Mark 4, this was a story about the apostles and Jesus are on a boat, right? And they're going to go to the other side of the lake. It's a beautiful day. So I'm going to just read you from the children's version because I just love how simple they make it. It was a perfect day. The sky was blue, the lake too. And a gentle breeze whipped the wave tips white and foamy. Jesus sat at the side of the lake and he talked to the people about God. And he's telling them about God as your father, and he dresses the flowers in beautiful colors, and has the birds make sure they have enough to eat. And he's telling them that you have enough to eat too, that my father takes care of all of it. When Jesus finished teaching, he was tired. So he called his closest friends, the disciples, together, and they piled into a boat, and they set off across this beautiful lake for home. Jesus yawned and he stretched, and he was tired. So he laid his head down in the bottom of the boat. That's where he went to sleep. It was perfect. It was just a perfect day, and Jesus fell asleep to the rhythm of the waves, rocking the boat gently. And then suddenly the day was not so perfect. The sky turned black, the lake too. A wild wind stirred the waves up, tall and stormy. The boat rocked right, and then the boat rocked left. The boat rocked up, and it rocked down, and the boat rocked so hard, in fact, that Jesus' friends were sure they were all going to drown. But Jesus slept right through it, except for the odd snuffle and snore that he did once in a while. Jesus, his friends called out, wake up, we're all going to die. So Jesus woke, he sat up, and then he rubbed his eyes, and he stood up. It was all anybody else could do to stay on their feet, but Jesus stood up. And then very calmly he said to the wind, quiet, quiet now. And he said to the wind and to the waves, settle down. And they did. Then Jesus turned to his friends and said, you didn't need to be frightened. You didn't have to worry. All you had to do was trust me. See? Everything is calm now. And so it was. And the sky was blue, and the lake too. And the little waves splashed happily along the side of the boat. It was a perfect day again. This is the story that the Pope read out of the more traditional Bible. I just gave you the simple version. This story is about us and ye of little faith, right? And I'm with you on this, believe me. I had a day yesterday, probably 4 hours. I don't know what it was. I don't know if you're experiencing this. I think I said it last week. My days run like this. And yesterday, I don't know, I was like here. And I just couldn't get out of it. And so I played Pope Francis' message again from Friday. And it started bringing me up and up. Because I realize this is just the way it is right now. When we're in tough times, and believe you me, I really want to see and touch. I want to touch my grandkids, and I want to touch my adult children. I want to touch all of you. I want to go see our shut-ins. And it's just not to be right now. We're in the storm, this perceived storm. And I want to emphasize this, perceived storm. Take a breath. Take a breath. I know that you know this. I'm not the only one experiencing the beauty of people. Pope Francis continued to say that, the Vatican Square is empty. The stores are empty. It's like Twilight Zone to me when I go outside. And it's a weird feeling, isn't it? But then are you watching the compassion that's happening? Watching the people? I know that you're seeing this. People calling each other, asking, do you need anything? I'm running to the store. Can I pick you up something? Are you being excellent receivers out there as well as excellent givers? You know, yeah, we're all excellent at giving, aren't we? But are you allowing to receive the kindness and compassion from others out there? They truly do want to help. So let them in. How is it a closed hand can't receive? An open hand can receive. So I'm asking you to keep your heart, your hand, your mind open. Stay strong. You know, as I said, the Pope continued on, honestly, to metaphysically interpret this Bible story into our own lives. And he talks about how we, as a race consciousness, now remember, when I say race consciousness, that means humanity, okay? It's not black or white or yellow or Chinese. It is race, the whole human race consciousness. And how much we have taken for granted Mother Earth, how much damage we have done to her through our ego minds, our need to have stuff, right? Our need to have things, more things. We need this to be happy. I need this food. I don't feel like eating that. Have you noticed lately? I don't know if this is happening in your house, but it definitely isn't ours. Michael and I are just determined there is nothing that goes in the garbage because I don't feel like eating that tonight. We're grateful for every single leftover that we had. We had one meal that I fixed. It was big, packed with vegetables. It served us 4 meals. And not once did we say, I'm sick of this. Things are changing big time. May we wake up through this storm to realize, I know we're realizing it right now, but when we come through to the other side, when the sea calms down and the waves and the wind calm down, can we hold this truth that we are now remembering again? People, we knew this when we were little. We knew it. But then we got hooked, didn't we, into the dream world and hooked into the memes of this will make me happy. That will make me happy. A nice haircut would make me happy. Getting my nails fixed would make me happy. This is the first time I've put makeup on my eyes in 3 days. Isn't that amazing? What we truly find important now. Tell you a little story. Yeah, I'm going to get to this feasting and fasting, or fasting and feasting, which is our resurrection story, part 4. That's coming. But I just want to talk to you more from my heart right now, because I feel it's necessary, not only for you to hear, but I get to hear it, see it. It goes out there, and then it comes right back into my ears so that I remember. I'm outside yesterday. There was a good hour where the sun came out, and I went and trimmed all my tall grasses, that are brown, and the green's coming up underneath, and I can see it. So it's like, oh, I got to get these things, right? Well, I have a neighbor next door to me, and we've lived next door to each other she's been there 5 years. I've been here 10. And she came out on the porch and just started talking. I found out things about her that I never knew because I've been so busy. Can you relate? I've been so busy. This is what I do. Hi, Sue. Good to see you. Bye. Gotta go. Anybody else realizing how little you say that now? I haven't said I gotta go in quite some time. My life has been run by this device. Not anymore. I got to hear about her family, her children, her love of her grandchildren. We commiserated with how much we miss seeing our families. And yeah, that's great for technology that we can connect. But there's just nothing like it, is there, in a physical hug? But we're making do. We're making do with what we've got. Look how resilient we are. Do you realize? Okay, I'm going to it. Where is it? The feasting and fasting book that we're on, right? Okay, I'm going to go to it because it is so about what I'm talking to you about. So here's our 40-day challenge, remember? Okay, your next challenge starts tomorrow. And tomorrow we are going to fast from confusion. How many of us are using this time to declutter a room or a drawer or a basement or a garage? I am decluttering my home office, which has been a disaster because I didn't have time. I don't have that excuse now. Decluttering. Clutter is nothing but a manifestation into our conscious mind of confusion. So we fast tomorrow from confusion. And then on Tuesday, we're going to feast on clarity. I know that as I decluttered my office, what happened was I felt better. The next thing you knew, I cleaned up a candle that had black smoke inside the glass. I have it sitting on a shelf. I can see clearly a way through in my office. I'm only bringing back in what's important. I am throwing so much stuff away and paper recycling of everything I thought, I got to save this. I might need this sometime for a talk. Oh, that's a good saying. Oh, I don't want to get rid of that book. We can find it online, can't we? Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold it back anymore. Yep. This is the power, the spiritual power of elimination. One of the 12 powers, people, is decluttering and moving to clarity. On Wednesday, here's what spurred this on was, remember I said, no, not yet. This one's resistance. On Wednesday, we're going to fast from resistance. Now, this is based on the spiritual power of understanding. When we understand that we create suffering by resisting reality, who doesn't want to resist this reality? How many people are still out there resisting this reality? The sooner we can fast from resistance, the sooner we will have peace. And then on Thursday, as we fasted from the resistance, this is where we feast on acceptance. You know, how does the Serenity Prayer go? It has 3 main tenets to it. The Serenity Prayer says, accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Step 1 of those 3 tenets is what? Accept the things I cannot change. We cannot change what is happening right now. I mean, I can't. I'd love to reverse those numbers. I got to stay in the present. People, Dalai Lama said it, and I've quoted this many times to you, so hear it again. I need to hear it again. When I am anxious, when I am feeling anxiety of any kind, it means that I am focused on the future. I'm looking out there. When I am depressed, and that's what happened to me yesterday. When I am depressed, that means I am focusing on the past. I am focusing on what I'm missing. When I'm at peace, I am focused on the present moment. Present moment. So we're going to feast on acceptance. It doesn't mean that people can walk all over you. It just means through the spiritual power of understanding, you can move to a level of acceptance. And when we do that, we find peace. And then, what do we have on Friday? Friday, we fast from false starts. False starts. I was watching a race. It was actually a sailboat race last night on a YouTube video. And this is like a race to sail around the world. Single sailor, no crew on board. And how many false starts they had before they could take off. People, that's where we're at right now. And they had to allow those false starts, which meant the weather looked good, so they started out, and then the weather changed, and they had to turn back in. Next day, looked good, they started out, not time, back in. We're having false starts right now, and it's okay. Okay? We don't want to keep making a practice of this, do we? No. And the best thing we do is the whole fasting of resistance and feasting on acceptance will cause us to just wait and be patient when the time is right, right? Divine order. And Saturday, this is the best. I feast on determination. I feast on determination. This is calling from the 12 powers of the spiritual power of strength. Not this kind of strength, but that inner strength, people. The inner strength. We all have it. We were born with it. Look at a baby trying to walk for the first time. And how determined, no matter how many false starts, that baby does not give up. I've told this before. I know I've shared it. I must have been a really inquisitive kid because somehow, I want to say third grade, I figured out how to build my own incubator and get a chicken egg, not an egg from the grocery store because those aren't fertilized eggs, but got a fertilized chicken egg from the hatchery over in, I guess that's Finneytown area. This is when I was in third grade. I built myself an incubator out of a cardboard box. I tinted the lid, put a thermostat in it, and then, of course, I created a little window and I put saran wrap so I could watch at night because I wanted to watch it. And I had to regulate the temperature because they had to stay at an even temperature all the time. So I had to tent the box open, closed. Anyway, that part's irrelevant. What I want to tell you is the determination of a baby chick to come out of that egg when it's time. Holy smoke, what that chicken had to go through. But guess what? It also paused. It didn't work itself to death. It pecked, 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 pecked. And you could see its little body breathing up and down, up and down, up and down. And then eventually, through determination, it comes out to new life. People, this is where we are. Through our determination, through our resilience, through our calling on the spiritual power of strength and understanding and affirming the truth that we know, we will make it through this. Honest to goodness. It is going to be a resurrection like none other. And I don't care, like I said last week, about the calendar date of Easter. Easter, if you want to we'll celebrate it twice if you want me to. I'll do it according to the church calendar, but the big one's going to be when we are saying bye-bye to this coronavirus. Bye-bye. You have no power over us. And if you're not joining our 9 o'clock prayer vigil across the world every night, people get on it. There's power in that. You can feel the energy in the world of so many people praying at the same time. It is amazing. So I want you to hold on to this affirmation for the week. And Sandy, thank you. She will be posting. She continues every day to post the fasting and the feasting challenge that we're all doing together. and she will get this meditation, not meditation, the affirmation for the week up on our Facebook page. And this affirmation is, I am letting go, fasting, from all things that don't serve my highest good. I am resurrecting to a new way of being. Capital BEING. I am resurrecting to a new way of being. Take a breath. Let it out. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. Stretch your lungs a little bit. Let it out. Let it out. Affirm with me that we are a child of God. We are a perfect child of God. Therefore, we cannot inherit illness. I am a perfect child of God. Therefore, I cannot inherit illness. I can't wait to connect with you more and more through this technology through the week. I post a lot of stuff on Facebook through Kathy Englehart's page, as well as Unity of Garden Park. Take advantage of this. Call the office. If you're having trouble and you're not receiving our emails, please call the office 385-8889 and let us know your correct or your new email address. If you've moved in the last 6 months, you have a new phone number, please leave that information at the office so we can keep our database correct. Chaplains and board members are on a call chain that's unbelievable. So don't worry, you're going to hear from somebody if we've got your correct information. Know that 1-800-NOW-PRAY is always open for you, no matter what denomination or no denomination. They're here to hold the high watch for you. We are light bearers, people. You wouldn't be tuning in to this podcast or this Facebook Live. I don't know what to call it. Can't you tell? I'm still learning. But what I do know is that we are light bearers, and you wouldn't be tuned in right now if you were not a fellow light bearer on this journey. We are fully equipped because when you were born, you came fully equipped with all the spiritual tools you need. We just have forgotten them because we've gotten so busy with worldly things. We now have time to go back and remember the spiritual toolbox you were given the day you were born. I am so blessed to be on this journey with you, as our job is to keep shining the light, keep being the light. Keep looking in people's faces. Look into their eyes. So many people are afraid. They need your comforting words. They need our affirming prayers. They need you to go and let people know there is a 1-800-NOW-PRAY for them. There is affirmative prayer. Tom, Reverend Tom, by the way, who officially will be ordained a Unity minister in June, has gone through his process. Congratulations, Tom. Reverend Tom, Reverend Sandy, and myself are available for spiritual counseling over the phone or through Skype, through FaceTime, whatever the avenue is that we can connect with you. We're here to do that with you. We just have to schedule time. Call the office for that as well. Amanda's checking it twice a day so that we can stay connected. I would love to do a meditation with you, but I know time is running a little short because of our challenges we had just getting connected with you. Here's what's going to happen now. I will post a meditation. I promise you that. That'll happen in the next 24 hours. Between Sandy, Kayleen, and I will get that one figured out to put something up on the screen that's beautiful with some background music and a meditation for me, because I want to share the meditation that I received this morning on my own front porch. But what's going to happen now is I'm going to click off, and then we need you to reconnect, because Kayleen's going to play a special song, and she will. Kayleen, I hope you're okay with this. Will you end us with the blessing? You know what? Nope, I'm not going to put that on you. Here's what I'm going to put on you, on me. Oh, love offering. Yes. Oh, yes. And where's my Sustain Giver tab? Well, you know I'm a Sustain Giver, and I am thanking God and our board, our treasurer. We all thank you for being consistent givers. It is holding us. We're cutting costs as best we can. We're still maintaining our properties, and we're doing the best we can. But please don't forget, don't block the flow of divine source. Stay open to tithing something. You know me, I've never required anything, but it's about flow. So don't forget to open it up, the flow, to give to your spiritual home, hopefully, well, whoever that is, whatever your spiritual home is, whether it's the Methodist Church, the Presbyterian, Crossroads, it's us, it doesn't matter. Give to your spiritual home, because we want to be there when we come out of this in the calm seas of the resurrection. Don't forget. There's a donate button on our website, unityofgardenpark.org. unityofgardenpark.org. There are also all these podcasts, all these Facebook Lives are recorded, and they will be on the front page of our website. Thank you, Brian Cottingham, our webmaster, who's helping us with that. Prayers for all of you that we say are blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I have faith in God as my instant, constant, and abundant supply. I want you to say that again with me. I have faith in God as my instant, constant, and abundant supply. And we say, thank you, God, and so it is. So with that, I'm going to say namaste. It's not the end of our Facebook Live. It's just that I need to end in order for Kayleen to come back for some closing music, and that we join hands together for the peace song. And we join them through our air, hugs and touches. And I send you love, as I've always taught my grandkids when I depart, every time we leave each other. I love you. Namaste.